Just going to ask me a bunch of questions,
Yep.
and then we're live.
Yep. So, hey everyone, it's Chris Wanya, and today I have the pleasure of having Dustin Pritchard here live with us. And so, Dustin and I recently reached out. We have a lot in common, very similar in terms of our career paths and discovering that working harder and making more money and all that is not always the path to fulfillment. And learn to pivot and everything. So, I think Dustin's probably a few steps ahead of me. So, looking forward to learning from him. And let me just check on Facebook, make sure it is live. Let's see here. I believe it should be. Yes. Okay. Perfect. And so, Dustin, why don't you give us a little bit of information about your background? You know, you had a very successful sales career. You built up a brokerage and did a lot of things, had a lot of success and everything. But sometimes you realize that what you think you want is not exactly what you want.
Yeah, well, I wrote about that just the other day, actually, my journey of building up a business that became a gilded cage. But essentially my history has been, I've been running high performance sales teams in companies for the last 20 years. I specialize in helping, in growing an organization, and that produces a lot of sales, and helping people achieve a significant income for themselves so that they can set themselves free and achieve their goals in their life and things like that. So I'd been doing that for quite some time, and my last iteration before B-Mega was I built a real estate brokerage from nothing, from scratch. So it was basically me and a couple of people, and we built it up to about close to about $4.5 million in sales. So not too bad. We weren't the biggest guys on the planet, but man, we ate up market share, and we weren't small. We weren't tiny. You're not tiny when you start pissing off the competition, right? So we were doing that quite a bit. So that was a lot of fun. But the writing was on the walls. Like I was saying, I built myself a really beautiful business. It was wonderful, highly profitable. It was actually 3 times more profitable than our competition. So we were running circles around the competition, just financially and in the marketplace, and lots of fun there. But it was all based on a brick and mortar kind of business, right? And you and I both know we're both part of a company that is leans towards the virtual side of things, because that's where everything was going. Everybody wants to work from home. Nobody wants to go to the office anymore. I used to have a 5,000 square foot office, like polished concrete floors, glass walls. It was like the paintings and everything. I had a pool table, dude. I had a pool table in my office, and
wow.
But it was beautiful. It was wonderful. But I'm sitting there thinking, okay, there's 2 big problems. The first one is that the cost of operation was extraordinarily high. So you're like any kind of team leader out there, any kind of broker owner, that your cost is going to be your location, your people. And I was running a $500, $550, sometimes $600,000 a year burn when you start putting into the advertising and marketing and all that kind of stuff. And so that's a huge amount of risk to carry. And because my brokerage and everybody else's team of brokers is usually pretty geographically constrained, you're subject to the ebbs and flows of the economy, where things are going in the real estate market, and that was a lot of risk. So I'm carrying a $500,000 a year burn, and I'd have to save up couple $100,000 just to be able to get through the winter before the spring money hit and all that kind of stuff. So it was just becoming really obvious that there was a different way, there was a better way to do it, and so I sold my company. I sold the shares, sold everything, and went virtual, completely virtual. And I went from a $500,000 a year burn to $16,000. And all my expenses are actually paid through residual income, team income, leveraged income, and things like that. Anytime I have an expense, I'm like, okay, how do I get rid of that thing? How do I turn it into a profit center, or how do I turn it into something that just goes away because I got residual income that will pay for it, right? So that's the kind of frame of reference flip that I went through as I was going through that over the last, that was 3 years ago. And then since then, I decided, you know what, I'm really good. I'm really good at helping people achieve a 6-figure income level as a salesperson, right? As somebody that's out there doing listing appointments, or somebody that's doing policy sales for insurance or mortgages and things like that. Like, achieving a 6-figure income in this business is not that difficult. It's all the same kind of systems and rules and things like that. And once you get good at it, you can help a lot of people become significantly to set themselves free. Like a six-figure income is pretty good for most agents, considering that only 10% of agents across North America actually make over $100,000 a year, right? So we got really good at it to the point where like 50% of our people were making $100,000 a year. So that was great. But I've been there and done that. I've been doing that for a long time. So when I rebuilt everything under Be Mega, it was all for the sole purpose of teaching other people how to build a team, how to build an organization, how to build culture, how to build motivation, how to drive sales in your organization, and how to attract the right kind of business partners that make it so that your job is fun as a team leader, that you actually enjoy going to work and say, oh my God, I get to motivate my guys. My guys are awesome, right? Because you and I know there's team leaders out there. It's like, I don't like my team very much. It's unfun, it's unmotivating, So I rebuilt everything specifically to teach other people how to build a team operation that actually lets you achieve your freedom at time and
yeah, we spend so much of our waking lives
notes.
That are at work and everything. Why shouldn't it be fun? Life's too short to not have fun with what you do for a living.
No, life is way too short. It's way too short for you not to live every single day. And one of our core values is have fun, make money, right? Because we're here to be ambitious. Yep. We're here to achieve goals, and we want to be able to do great things. But if we're not having fun at the same time, what's the point, man? What's the point?
I agree.
You're going to work every day. It's not fun. It's not exciting. It's not enjoyable. You're not making an impact. Your people are not appreciating you. Like, why would you continue doing that, right? What's the point?
I think one of the cool things you've done in your pivot too is now, you're still making good money, but also you've got location freedom, and I know you like to travel a lot. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, here I'll show you. Here I'm in Costa Rica. There's a little tropical setting there for me. So I'm in Costa Rica right now, and I've been here for about 6 months, going back and forth to Canada, doing a little traveling and stuff like that. I've got family in Canada, and in less than a week, on Friday morning, actually, I get up super, super early, and I'm driving my Jeep from Costa Rica up to Tulum, Mexico, where I'm going to be living there for like 6 months. I used to live there for like a year and a half, and my God, like, if you've ever seen paradise, that's it. White sand, turquoise water, cenotes, ruins, restaurants, museums, everything, history, culture, spice, flavor, caliente. It's how I like to live, right? So, and when I had this realization a couple of years ago when I was living there, like, I can do everything I want to do off my computer. Like, I'm literally running my team right now from my computer. I went to Mexico on vacation. I decided not to go home because I was doing everything already, and I'm sitting here in paradise going, wow, I could actually live here, enjoy here. I don't have to be on vacation or take a week off. I could do this every single day. I could take every single weekend and do a little roadie and and just really enjoy my life, and I can still do effective work at the same time. I can still build my empire. I can still help people. I can still grow my business, but I can do it off my computer from paradise. And once I had that aha moment, I couldn't unsee that, right? Just couldn't unsee it.
Yep. Let's live the dream when you work your occupation while on vacation.
Yeah, right? Life can be a vacation is the message. That's the message.
Yes.
Your whole life can be a vacation. Your whole life can be living.
Absolutely. We do that a lot in the summers. Day. I still have a son in school, so that limits just a little bit during the school year, but summers, we try to pack as much in as we can.
Well, you're talking travel, but like, I'm living my best life, but that's my best life, right? I like to travel a lot. So I'm like 6 months here, I'm 6 months there. I don't have kids in school. My son is he's 21 years old now. He's 21, and he's actually my operational backbone for Be Mega. So he works with me, but he lives in Toronto, and he's coming down to visit me and stuff like that. But, once I had that freedom of time to be able, or freedom of responsibility, then I was able to go and do the things that I wanted to do and live my best life. But I teach people, and you do too. Like, we teach people that what is your best life? You're a family man. Great. So your best life is taking care of your family, providing for them, giving them, food and shelter and great experiences locally, giving back to your community, like giving back to your church, whatever is really important to you. That's your best life, right? So when we are building our business, we got to be focused and build our business with intention. Because if you don't, you can build a business that ends up being a gilded cage, like I did, and then I had to deconstruct everything just to be able to step into my best life. Right? So you got to build with
Yeah,
intention. You got to know where you're going.
yeah, that's important too, because I see a lot of people build their real estate businesses based on traditional expectations.
Yeah,
Everybody focuses on more listings, more GCI, and all that, but
yeah, yeah.
GCI doesn't pay the bills. Profits does,
No.
and if you have no time and are miserable, and you're just
Well,
working 70 plus hours a week, that's no fun either.
I don't know. I'm a big fan of leverage, right? So if I'm going to be putting time in, how is that going to be best? How is that going to best serve me now, but in the future as well, right? So leveraged income is a really big thing for me. It's all about cash flow from a business as opposed to a paycheck, because cash flow can trump paychecks any day long, every single day, all day long. I don't care who you
Absolutely.
are, right? A small business even can totally trump anybody's earning capacity on trading time for dollars, hands down. Right? You can't convince me otherwise, or give me another example.
I won't be the one to try to bait on that.
No, because like you operate a small business, and now you can have as much cash flow as you want, but you're also having the opportunity to architect time freedom at the same time, right? So you're not going out there in the field every single day doing listing appointments and tours, or doing mortgage appointments, or financial analysis with people. You're not having to do that every single day, and all those that do that, awesome, great, that's amazing. And if you get a lot of pleasure and value out of that, great, keep doing it, man. That's awesome, because that's paying the bills, and I'm sure that's doing really well for you and your family. But for those of us who are entrepreneurial, it's not enough. It's not enough, because we keep on having to go back to the trough to go get more. It always takes time and effort to go get more, and that pisses me off. I'm like, I'm putting the time in. How do I make it so that it keeps on coming back no matter what? Like, how do I keep on getting that money coming in, even though I don't get trade the time anymore, right? So you got to have team income, leverage income, passive income, stock income, all kinds of different revenue streams that are coming in without you having to trade your hours, right?
Absolutely. Nice thing is, once you start building that base and have a snowball, it can keep growing with or without you. And
Yeah.
basically what I've found is my efforts just add fuel to the fire.
Well, you're at that point of critical mass. Like, you're way past that. Like, you've hit the critical mass. You've got the income generation happening, and now every ounce of effort that you put in actually comes back to you, like multiple times. Right? It's pretty amazing. The one thing that I like to do, because with agents in general, if you help them get to a six-figure income level, that's life-changing income, right? So once you get an agent to that point, they can quit their side hustle, they can support their family, they can focus more time on their business to generate even more income, so that they can live the life that they want, right? Hit their goals. But I do the same thing with team leaders, because once you hit that point where you're making $100,000 a year of passive income from team income and leveraged income, that's when you don't have to spend so much time going out in the field doing the sales yourself. Once you've been able to replace yourself as the sales team, then you can step into the executive role and the management role of building an actual business, right? That's what we do at B Mega.
Yeah. Well, Dustin, we all know right now real estate markets are pretty challenging. Interest rates are at record highs,
Yeah.
prices are at record high, volumes are down double
Mm-hmm.
digits across most markets in the United States.
Yep.
I know we don't have a lot of time here, but do you have any quick tips or bits of advice for people watching us, both agents and team leaders or prospective people who
Oh,
want to be team leaders? How they
absolutely.
can survive and thrive in this environment. I
Okay.
see a lot of negativity, a lot of people worrying. We got all this commission lawsuits too, and I know a lot of it's mindset,
Right.
but I just want to see your perspective. And of course we're gonna talk a little bit about we got an event coming up in a few days that will
Yeah,
go
that'd be
deeper in
fun.
this, but give us a few minutes. What kind of tips you have for agents and team leaders to
Okay.
survive and thrive in this environment?
I got three things for you. Three things. Okay. The first thing is that there's always a shit storm. There's always a shit storm. Okay. When I first started in EXP, No. When I first started in real estate, period, there was a company called Comfrey. And there was this company would go out there and they were eating up market share left, right, and center. I mean, like everybody was sweating it because traditional agents, and all of a sudden you had this entity coming in with millions of dollars of market spend, and they're able to go in there and just obliterate the marketplace with their call to action of you don't need an agent, you can save yourself the commission. And that was happening, and everybody was sweating it, everybody across the board. It was, oh my god, the business is gonna die. It didn't die. It went absolutely apeshit. It went absolutely crazy. So there's always a shitstorm, always. It doesn't matter economic, industry, it doesn't matter. There's always something that you can focus your time and energy on that doesn't actually make you money. It totally sucks all your energy and motivation and mindset and focus away, right? So first things first is, are there sales happening today? Yeah. Are there still lots of records being set today? Yeah. Okay. So how about we focus on that being you, as opposed to bitching and complaining like every single other agent that's not going out there and getting theirs. Okay. You can go out there and eat their meal if you focus and build with intention, because they're sitting there and they're doing the water cooler thing. Oh my God, the economy, this. Oh my God, this is happening. Oh my God, I lost that listing appointment. Double down. Okay. So that's the first thing. Mindset, there's always a shitstorm. Get over it. All right. Get good at your business, and your business is going to change all the time. Right. We're in a seasonal business. We're in an economic business. We're in a business that's influenced by all kinds of different places. So we have to be fluid. We can't be formulaic. It's not going to be a Lego block every single time that you can stack over and over and over again, right? So the people right now that are sitting there sweating it and they're going like, you know what, I did 35 sales last year, but I'm sitting on 12 and it's Q4. Like, what the hell is going on here? How am I going to finish this year strong and stop this from happening next year? Well, your business changed, guys. Your client changed. Their motivations changed. So your messaging, your value proposition, how you approach people has to change. So the second thing is you got to be fluid and flexible. Do your research. Find out what people are doing, what they're saying, what their problems are. Because we know that in sales, if we learn how to solve people's problems, we're making money, right? If we solve problems, we're making money. So what is their particular problem? What is their issue now? It's obviously really helpful if you really know your team, your avatar, right? If you really know who your customer is. If you're a generalist, it's going to be a little bit more difficult because now you got to be everything to everybody, right? And that means he ain't
I think that's the case.
anybody,
Good
right?
times and bad times.
Yeah, right. That's, oh my God. Anyways, focus on your avatar, your dream customer, the one that pays you the most, that gets to know, that knows you, likes you, and trusts you easy, right? Usually you are your avatar for your customer base, right? We can talk about that all day long, but focus on that, double down, be fluid in your value proposition, and adjust and test and adjust and test and adjust and get the message out there. Get the message out there. The third thing is diversify. Diversify your income streams, diversify your energy. Make sure that when you're putting an ounce of energy into something, it comes back to you three different ways as opposed to just a paycheck, right? So what I like to do is, especially for people in your position right now, like in the executive level position, so many people at that level, once you get to $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 in passive, you're thinking, okay, how do I create a safety net in case that disappears? How do I replace that with another stream of income in case that goes, it turns over and it's gone, right? Because it can happen. It happens all the time. So diversify. And it's a good time to do it now. Like, for example, I coach mortgage agents. Okay, so we've got mortgage team leaders right now that are dealing with mortgages, and the industry is obviously affected by the real estate industry and the mortgage rates and everything else. And so they're seeing those big fluctuations happening as well in their industry, just like real estate is, right? So I got a couple of mortgage teams that are actually integrating term insurance and insurance programs into their business, but the insurance company is also a leveraged income opportunity, residual income opportunity. It allows you to lock in up to 75% of your total income, cash flow from that company forever, and pass it on to your kids, right? Those are the kinds of things that people are doing to diversify. They're taking another product or service that can solve people's problems, using that as a step up into their primary product or service, right? So you want to sell more mortgages? Well, help people with term insurance or replacement income and things like that, right? And then you're getting them in, you're helping them out. Oh, by the way, do you know anybody who's looking to make a buy or sell in the next 6 months? Any of your friends, family, or coworkers making a move, right? And now you're able to segue quite easily into a value proposition into your primary, right? And if you're if you got a lead generation system that pays you to get in front of really great people, then guys, you're getting paid to put great leads in front of you that you can convert into your primary opportunity. Does that make sense?
Love it.
Yeah, it's kind of like the event that we're doing, right?
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about that. It's coming up on Thursday, right?
Yeah, it's on Thursday. So make sure you click on Chris's link here, because you want to come to this event. All right, everybody. So you make sure you post that. You click on that link, because it's gonna be fun. This event is actually on Thursday. It's 3 hours, okay, and it's an attraction event. It's there to teach agents and team leaders how to attract people into their teams, into their businesses, and into their opportunities. We know that the more agents that we can help become successful, replacing their income, getting passive income, the more agents we can help change lives, well, the more money we make, right? Our wealth, our longevity, our legacy that we're building is all dependent on helping as many people as we possibly can, right? So that's what this event is all about. And the first section of the event is a 1 hour power hour, where we're going to do rapid fire questions to team leaders and monster builders, kind of like you, Chris. And Chris is going to be on the panel, so thank you so much for joining us on the panel. It's going to be lots of fun.
I'm honored to be invited. Thank you.
No problem. It's cool. So we're going to do a rapid fire question and answer period, and everybody's going to be able to join in. We've got people like Chris, who's got thousands of people in his organization. We got CEOs that went from sales to CEO of an entire insurance organization. We've got social media influencers that are able to get millions of views on their content, right? This is all about learning how to attract people to us. So we're going to do that power hour, and then the second hour is a workshop where I talk and I teach on how to actually build an attraction system, how to use an attraction system that laser targets your dream customer, the customer being your team member, the person that you want to grow with, the one that you want to build an opportunity with. And let's put it this way. I have a thing. Imagine yourself in the future surrounded by 30 of your best friends. All right, your best friends, they're buddies, they're great people, their families are there, you're all having a big ass barbecue, you're enjoying yourself. Now, these people are also your business partners, and they're all financially aligned with you and your business, because their business is your business, and you're all growing together, right? That's the kind of thing that I want to be able to help people do by attracting the right kind of team members to their teams, people that are going to be generals and builders that want to go with you on this journey. Right. And the third one is I'm going to teach team leaders in I call it Freedom Fighters. It's a call session where your team is being taught how to fill your calendar with 3-way calls with good business partner prospects, so that you and your team member can help close them. So we're going to do 3 different sections, 3 different big tools that we use to be able to attract an army of people to our business. And we're going to have a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah, well, I've been doing this for 7 years and had pretty good success with it, but I am looking forward to seeing what I can learn from you and the rest of the panelists. I think it's going to be a fantastic opportunity.
Well, do you know what's really cool about this is that, like, you've made it, right? You could sit back and rest if you wanted to, but your team can't. Your team can't. And the things that you did before to build your wealth right now is not exactly the same things as other people have to do today, right? So staying sharp and staying up to date and staying present so that your team can tap in and do the things that you did. Now that's what this is all about. This is why you're sharing it, obviously, with your family.
I'm so passionate about what I do. It's like, retirement is not even something on my mind, because it's a good way to wake up every day and help other people grow and everything. I love doing this.
Oh, darn. I got to jump on a call with Chris and jam with a monster team builder about building wealth and helping people. Oh, that's tough. That's a tough life from paradise, right? I just want to help as many people that I get there as I can,
Absolutely. I feel blessed and just want to help other people get to the same position.
Exactly. So all y'all watching right now, make sure you click on Chris's link. Come on out. Join us. Have some fun. If you're ambitious, if you're motivated, if you want to build team, if you want to do what Chris has done, then you definitely want to tap in and listen to what these guys have to say and to learn and to grow. And actually, if you've got people that want to be a part of this too, this is the perfect thing for you to do, to bring your people so that they can learn how to attract the right kind of business partners to their organizations. This is all about people helping people.
Absolutely. Well, Dustin, I look forward to connecting with you on Thursday and everything. And thank you so much for coming on and sharing your wisdom with us.
My pleasure.
So everybody sign up. If you're looking at on Facebook or LinkedIn, I'll post a link I'll go to YouTube here shortly. I'll post a link there in just a few minutes as soon as we get off, and I'll see you on Thursday.
All right. I'll see you on the inside. Ciao for
Okay,
now,
thank
everybody.
you.
Be Megan, my friends. Ciao.
Ciao.